chocolate market is pretty lucrative. Now, these days, it's worth some $103.3 billion. Well, that was in 2017, so 2 years later, presumably even greater.
Yeah, it's growing rapidly at an annual rate of some 7%. A lot of that comes from Great Britain, where sales have grown by 84% between 2010 and 2017, and seems to be continuing at that rate.
Most of the increase seems to be coming from the luxury end of the market, especially handcrafted chocolate. Well, this is where Flo Broughton comes in. She's co-founder of the artisan chocolate brand Choc on Choc. And as you can see, she's brought lots in. And we haven't tried any yet because it looks... I don't want to eat it, Flo. It looks so fantastic, and yet I am a chocoholic.
Yeah. Thank you. Well, it's all handmade. So one of the things when Dad and I set the business up was that we wanted to create things that made people smile. They wanted to try it and just have something unique.
So your dad, as you say, your dad and yourself set this one up. You just finished university. You're in the kitchen. What happened?
We were playing around with some moulds and some chocolate that Dad had previously made, and we poured the chocolate into these moulds and showed them to our friends. And lots of people were really impressed and said, "Why don't you make those?" So we went off to a trade show, to the gift market rather than the food markets, and it was taken, you know, we sold a lot. And
we're just looking here at everything you see here, the viewer, is chocolate.
I can't believe that's not a cheese.
So a cheese board with bits of cheese and grapes and bits and bobs, and some of these cheeses, the bit of Stilton, it's painted. It looks fantastic.
So we have like a special family secret, which is our patented process of how we make the chocolate. So we can create all these beautiful designs within the chocolate. So you can have something really unique, which means no one else can do what we're doing.
It's fantastic. You just missed a really terrible joke from our producer there saying it looks Gouda. It really is fantastic though, isn't it? And you can bespoke make anything really, can't you?
Yes. So recently we've done, we recreated a Liberty building for one of our customers. But we can do anything for businesses, for corporate designs, and also we go with what's happening, what trends there are. We spot those quickly, and then we can recreate things within a day.
And talk us through how the artisan chocolate sector has changed and evolved in the years that you've been operating.
So when Choc on Choc started in 2003, there was no other sort of there was lots and lots of novelty brands, but we were doing it with a Belgian chocolate, a good quality chocolate, and the designs were so unique that people were really interested in it. So we did a lot of tastings in stores to get people to understand how lovely the chocolate was.
Now let's talk about logistics for you. You're quite a small business, but turnover of over £1 million now currently. All the chocolate comes from Belgium.
Yes.
And then you craft it and build it into what you want it to be in Bath in the UK. Yeah. You're exporting to the US and various other places. So how are you getting ready for Brexit?
So we originally stockpiled back in earlier parts of the year. We still have sufficient stock so that we can, obviously, if there is an issue at the end of October, we'll have enough to be able to fulfil all our Christmas orders. But potentially there could be an import duty on the chocolate.
But what about currency?
Currency, well, we actually buy in pounds from there, and we buy a block amount. So the increase for us will be on the import duties if that comes through.
But also, you know, the devaluation of the pound has been an issue.
It has, and we'll have to work with it whichever way it goes. We're sort of obviously as uncertain as everybody else, and hopefully our suppliers will understand, but equally so will our customers. They'll know that we're doing it because if there's a price increase...
Doing what? Putting up a price?
If we have to put a price up, they'll potentially understand because it's of what's happening, not just because we're sort of trying to make an extra buck.
Talking of customers, you've got a few famous fans. I'm not surprised. It's absolutely wonderful stuff. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
Wonderful stuff.
Right, try not to eat that during this next slot that tells you how to keep in touch.